Welcome, everybody, to the Let's Get Critical podcast. I don't know. We're back. We're high energy. We're in here. We're doing stuff. We're back at Frantic Romantic HQ. Joined with me, as always, are my beloved the beloved members of Frantic Romantic. We're a band in LA that plays a lot of music.
Can't you tell?
Yeah.
I'm in a band, dude.
We're an LA band. We play music. We love music. We decided to make this podcast about music, and we're joined with our good friend E-Man, Vitamin E. He's actually helped us out on some things in the past, which I don't think we've mentioned at all yet.
No, we haven't. Huh? He was in a music video.
Celestina. He was the Paul Heyman to our show, the CD release.
That's right.
Yeah.
So thank you, sir.
I'm sorry. I'm just so weirded out in these glasses.
Yeah.
Are you wearing
How do you think I feel
right now? I don't see anything inside the jacket.
Yeah.
Is this real?
No,
Am I dreaming?
Hopefully, it'll keep you from breaking the fourth wall again. Just,
Is this like forever? Like that little kid, the dentist kid?
Like, am I ever going to recover from this? I don't want to go back to the real world after this. Like, I take these off and it's just going to be overstimulation. What have you done to me, sir?
Hey, man, I thought you would look good in them, Is there any shout-outs?
He does look good in them.
I can't tell if I look good. It's just all red.
I think he's going to do his mandatory Offspring shout out.
Oh, yeah, you were going to shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay. I'm sorry. These glasses are really messing with my brain right now. Like, you think this is a bit. This is not a bit.
Bringing that up, man. When we went to the Viper room, I had to, look down because they had these lights going on, right? And I'm cool with lights, dude. That doesn't really bother me. But during the show, you notice I had to step out a bunch of times, man, because it was throwing me off. I almost felt like I was going to, I was already drifting to one side or another. I don't want to have a...
If it makes you feel any better, so was I.
Yeah.
Like, when they had the strobe light going, it felt like a lot more was moving than it actually was.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was moving along with the lights. It was one of those yeah.
Dude, yeah, I felt like I was going to pass out, man. And that's never happened to me before, so...
Pink Floyd is happening right now.
I think I know what you guys mean, right? Because they have those lights that are at eye level, so it just goes right into your eyes.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. We had the green and blue just blind us.
And it was just going like this.
Well, if I was wearing these glasses, it would be like purple. I don't know what happens when you mix red and blue. What is that again?
Purple.
That is purple.
So today we're talking about an album that was suggested by a listener. I don't remember this listener's name, and I apologize. However, we are reviewing an album that you mentioned, and it's a 2004 album released October 4th of 2004 by the one, the only, Tom Waits, an American treasure, Tom Waits. And the name of the album is Real Gone. Real Gone. And depending on how you feel about this album, you might feel this way about some things on the album. But it is Tom Waits' 16th studio album. It's the first album that Tom Waits made without any piano, which is interesting. Les Claypool was featured on bass for a couple tracks.
That actually makes a lot more sense now.
And his son played percussion drums, right?
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
For anybody who doesn't know, Les Claypool is the frontman and the singer/bassist for Primus.
And was considered for Metallica. Even if it was briefly, he was considered.
That would have
Isley Brother, the Isley Brother tunes.
That would have been amazing. And this album was ranked number 1 on the U.S. Billboard Independent Albums. Now, just to give you an idea of where Tom Waits was in his career at this time, when this album came out, he was selling out stadiums in the U.S. and in Europe, and everybody knew who he was by now. I knew who he was because I had just seen a very awesome movie that he was in called
The Outsiders. Yeah, I know.
The Outsiders, yeah. Mystery Men.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, 1999's, or maybe 2000. The classic.
Ben Stiller?
Ben
Ben Stiller.
Was the hand signal? The fuck was their hand signal?
I
they
haven't
was
seen that
doing?
movie in a long ass time.
Remember they did it to each other, like their fucking hand signal?
Who did that?
The Mystery Man. That was like, they had a little thing.
Is it Janine Garofalo?
Yeah, Janine Garofalo,
Ben
William H.
Stiller.
Macy, Ben Stiller, Pee Wee Herman,
Yeah,
and fucking Kel from Kel
yeah.
Mitchell. Yeah.
Kel Mitchell.
Oh, damn.
But Tom Waits was in Mystery Men, and he was interviewed about being in Mystery Men, and he kind of started this rumor that. So everybody, I don't know if you guys have seen this movie, but it feels very much like a Tim Burton movie, but like a bad Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And the person who's credited as directing it had never directed anything else in his entire life. But then Tom Waits was interviewed about being in the movie, and he's like, "Oh yeah, when I was working with Tim Burton on Mystery Men," and since then everybody's like, "Wait a second, wait a second."
So
So
was
it's
he,
just Tim Burton wearing a mustache, Yeah.
was he trolling? Was he just throwing stuff out there? Nobody really knows.
Sometimes when a director feels like a movie's going to be a flop, they will just credit somebody else with it or come up with some fake name.
Yeah, yeah. Producers do that in music. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not impossible that Tim Burton did direct Mystery Men.
You know what? It makes sense. Pee Wee Herman. He loved working with Pee Wee Herman.
That's true.
Did.
That's true. And that was
Yeah.
at a time when Pee Wee Herman was kind of not doing anything.
Yeah.
But anyways, Tom Waits is a very mysterious, very interesting man, and his music is much more interesting. What did you guys think of this album?
I thought it was real cinematic. Like, I feel like he was good at scoring because he did that for a lot of his career. And I could feel a lot of that vibe in this. It had like a real like carny, country, Americana, dirty, fucking Robert Rodriguez, Quentin Tarantino vibe to it. I thought it was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
That being said, I can't bump this shit in my car. But I thought it was cool as fuck. I really did.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because there's that movie by Guillermo del Toro called Nightmare Alley.
Nightmare Alley, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
It's sort of like you'd see him pop up out of a barrel. You'd see like Tom Waits pop up out of a barrel somewhere in that like circus troupe and just start playing these songs.
Right. Yeah.
But I know what you mean. And I think once we get into the tracks more specifically, it's like there is a lot to be said about the production of this album.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is he made this album and then he made just one more album after this in 2011 called Bad As Me. And that's it. He hasn't been making albums since. So I'm not sure what happened, but this was his second to last album.
Like you mentioned, it's very cinematic. Cinematic. I'm sorry, man. Tongue tied.
Scorific. Yeah.
Definitely a soundtrack. I listened to it and I listened to it again, and it felt like something you could play in the background, and you could go along, feel it, drive down like a desert road, and have your own experience. Everything just kind of flowed together. There was a lot of little highs, a little lows, but it pretty much went along the same type of bumpy, gravelly road, right? But I loved it. I loved it overall.
Very moody.
Very moody. The guitars were awesome, man.
Yeah.
You would think...
He used a lot of effects on his voice, too.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. You would think since being like an experimental project that it would be really out there, but it's not too far out where it won't turn you off. It's just dancing. I see a lot of like Southern gospel and Southern goth, like all mixed up, like you said, blues, Americana. So, man, it's a trip. I wish I would have found this album earlier. So to the listener who recommended it, it's awesome. Yeah, I'm happy that we got a chance to review it. So those are my thoughts.
What about this guy?
E-Man, vitamin E-Man.
Still tripping on the red.
Yeah, I mean, these glasses are really.
I think that's just gonna be his shtick this whole episode.
I mean, I swear to God, Mike looks like a rabbit from Rayman Raving Rabbids right now.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like these things.
That's funny. We haven't even mentioned.
It's like,
That's how we normally look,
Yeah,
right?
it's sad. Like Rayman hella just got pushed out of that fucking franchise.
yeah,
Like this is about the rabbits now.
It's all about the rabbits now.
Yeah.
You know, just suck it, Rayman. Well, I want to get your thoughts first
Sure.
on this, and then I'll give mine. But I will say this is a trippy album. But please go first.
Yeah, I mean, this album is like eating. It's like eating cereal without the milk. You know what I'm saying? And like a particularly like really like sharp, crunchy cereal
Captain
where
Crunch.
it's gonna cut up your throat.
Captain Crunch, right?
You know, yeah.
In your upper regions of your mouth.
The roof of your mouth, yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Crunch.
Remember I told them I'm allergic to that shit. I used to eat that shit once a year.
Really?
Favorite cereal.
Which one? Like the peanut butter crunch or the
peanut
berry?
butter crunch with the berries. That shit fucks me up.
I had no idea.
I had
man.
Captain Crunch weekend every year. Sorry. Go on.
No, it's all good.
Well, someone's got to be like silly and everything because this thing
Sure.
is just like restraining me right now.
This is gonna be extra fun for our audio listeners.
You did this on purpose.
That's your fucking kryptonite. Kryptonite. Right
Yes,
there.
this is exactly it.
Right now, E-Man is wearing red sunglasses. And,
Yeah. and he's tripping.
He's tripping.
He's Scott Summers.
I am tripping balls right now. Anything bad I've ever said about Cyclops, I apologize. I understand why he's that way. Having to stare at the world from just red can fuck anybody else up so bad. I can take these off, and I can't. That's just
You don't want to.
There's that weird dynamic.
So-
like, I could take these off, and I'll be fine.
I got a question for you guys. Sorry, this is a tangent.
No, that's cool. I went on about Captain Crunch. Go for it.
Cyclops is married to Jean Grey. Jean Grey is a redhead. Scott Summers sees only red.
He would have never known.
So he,
Fucking Emma's a fucking redhead to him too, man. You know.
yeah. Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay.
I never thought
Fucking
of it.
Psylocke is a fucking redhead too, man.
Yeah.
Professor X is a fucking redhead too to him.
He's a bald ginger.
Whoa.
Okay, so here's a. Sorry, I just want to mention some things, right? So
Yeah.
I did look up what albums Tom Waits recorded in Prairie
Prairie
Sun,
Sun.
which is where we recorded.
Yeah.
According to this, it was Bone Machine in 1992 and Mule Variations in 1999. I could not tell where he actually recorded this album, but it sounds like it was recorded like in his basement.
Well, the Waits room isn't really an acoustically sound room.
Right.
It's not. It's like fucking cement. But right?
Yeah.
Gives it that sound.
And with the mix and the mastering and the sound engineering of this album, it's definitely cool in the way that it's like super unapologetic about just some of the more obnoxious
It peaks a lot.
aspects of it, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly, if you're listening to it like on a good stereo, it's like you're not going to have fun. There was some
The dingier, the better kind of thing.
well, there's some reviews saying that some of the bass tones on the album like blew out people's speakers.
You can tell, yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. I
The
would
vocals
see
too
that.
have that. There's a lot of bass on some of the effects.
Yeah,
See that. Yeah.
but honestly, dude, album number 16, and like, go for it.
Do whatever you
know?
want at that point.
I had only listened to one other Tom Waits album before this, and that was his very first album, Closing Time. And his voice, like his progression from that point to this one, is like insane. It like his first album is so refined and like so boilerplate, just kind of singer-songwriter, like playing in an old coffee house, and his voice is kind of nice and pleasant. And then this is just like a
I mean, because it was the folky era. He was around a lot of
Yeah.
that shit, right? Jack Kerouac and all that.
and this is like if a Bridge Troll made an album.
Absolutely. Some of the fucking songs, you are right.
Right?
Yes.
Oh man, it's funny you describe. Yes, that's hitting
of
the
them.
Yeah.
nail on the head right there.
Pay the troll toll.
Yeah.
My very first introduction to Tom Waits, God, it's even hard to formulate a sentence with these things on, was a track that he did for the Ramones tribute album. He did Jack and Judy, and he gave it the Tom Waits flair to it. So hearing this wasn't too much as a surprise, but it was also very guttural, I almost felt like the person that's singing in the very first track is experiencing everything that he's talking about. It is what's the word? A progressive album in that sense. And for whatever reason, I named him Joe, because that just seemed like the right name for whoever is going through this right now. You can call it Swindler Joe, you can call him Shifty Joe, but his name is Joe.
Shifty Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe.
See, I couldn't even come up with anything witty because of these damn things.
No,
Kryptonite, man.
Yeah, absolute kryptonite.
You know what's
Like
funny?
the song.
You've ruined me, sir.
Marcelo's favorite band. That's right. 3 Doors Down.
You've ruined me.
I walk the world into
Copyright strike.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man, hey, just bleep me out.
Yeah.
But picking up where he talked about how this guy experienced everything that he's singing about, that's what I liked about the album, is that he's an older musician, and usually you hit like the older musicians, they hit like a ceiling, right? What they sing about is no longer relatable. I mean, this doesn't apply to everybody, right? Let's just apply it to the Smashing Pumpkins, because I'm a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan, right? But I can't listen to their later albums because I can't relate to them anymore. I can't relate to whatever Billy Corgan is feeling anymore. I don't know. It's just his early albums with the Smashing Pumpkins were so relatable. And
Yo, what happened, Billy?
yeah,
Where's the rage?
Yeah, because he's such a great musician too. Writer. He's such a great writer.
A little bit of a butthole, but yes.
This album, Tom Waits, everything he has to say on this album is really interesting, and you could tell he's still living like a rough. Well, he portrays it as he's living like a really rough.
One of the things that really just popped into my head as I was listening to this album were old Betty Boop cartoons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Primarily the style of art, and it's called Old Rubber Hose cartoons, which I think they ended up using the Fleischer scope in order to get a lot of the movements, the creepy movements when they would have dark moments. And, you know, I'm not saying this is on the list or anything, but like the best example that I can think of was the second track, Hoist the Rag.
Hoist the Rag, yeah.
Where the guy is singing about having trouble, and then when like the chorus comes in and everybody else is, I imagined it like assembly line, them doing the job. That was the feeling that I got for it. And it was very... You know, you guys started going into like darker stuff when it comes out. Yeah, people forget that sometimes those cartoons got really dark. It didn't matter if it was a Betty Boop cartoon. It got dark when it needed to get dark. Right. And that's what this was for me when I was listening to everything. And yeah, just the progression of everything that's going on. Like, this is a story. This is somebody's life. Maybe it wasn't exactly Tom Waits' life per se, but maybe this is how he envisioned it when he was going through life and was able to write these things down. So that was the main takeaway that I took from it.
Like he big fished it, right?
Yeah.
Told the story, yeah.
All right. And people were thinking like, oh, that's a bit of an embellishment, but it's just like, well, no, you don't know his life. Like, you don't know, like he can talk about it, but you can never really know it. I can tell you that this is amazing, and you can just take it and just, you don't get that feeling. I could try to build it up. It's not going to be the same. But I think Tom Waits does a really good job of putting it out there, of like his perspective, really.
Well, with that said, I think why don't we jump into our bottom three. Now, for everybody who's new to the podcast, we really need to break it down before we can build it up. Isn't that right, Zeke?
Yes.
So we're going to talk about our bottom three. We're going to talk about the songs that don't do it for us, And then we're going to talk about the songs that do it for us. How about I start with my least
Six.
favorite.
Number six.
Number
right?
6. My least favorite. So this is the one I don't like the least. The one
Wait, isn't it the one you like the least?
Also number 4 then, right? No.
No. The one I like the least would be number 1 of the bottom.
So number 4. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So number
yes.
6, right? Was like the
very bottom.
Right,
So then number 4. Okay. Gotcha. I'm going to say Clang Boom Steam. And I'll just say, again, I tend to drift towards these songs that are on the back end of the album that I feel are repeating the message of songs that have been on the album already. And I felt like Clang Boom Steam was an example of, okay, I've heard this song on the album, maybe
You heard it on Top of the Hill.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Heard it on Top of the Hill.
But there was another one too, Top of the Hill, and then there was another one, and then I think this was the third one. And I thought, well, okay, I get it. So that's my least egregious bottom.
Okay, so I didn't actually do the homework assignment when it comes down to the numbers of at least for the,
And that's
the
okay.
second half.
I get it. It's pretty hard, dude. I'm in the same
But
boat.
let me do this. I'm not going to do a counter argument in the sense that you're saying it's wrong, but let me go on top of what you just said. So Clang Boom Steam. We did hear it before. Like when I heard it, I immediately thought of Top of the Hill.
Yeah.
Of him. When I pictured Joe as a vagrant who has all of his possessions in a little rag that he has tied up on a stick.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That is my immediate thought of what it is. And with the way that we get Clang Boom Steam, it's that everything that was happening from the first track to before is him making his experiences, and that song being, okay, I got to go back on the road now. And the only way that Joe has been able to do that is by hopping on trains on those open carts.
Yeah.
Ones where the doors stay open the entire time.
Boxcars and shit, yeah.
He has. That's the only way that he ever gets from point A to point B. Now I call him a vagrant, but he tries his best to do what he can do as far as working and everything. Again, you hear those in the song.
He's a hobo. I remember in The Simpsons they made that clarification. He'll work.
So while we do hear it again, it's more of like his introductory, like, all right, I got to get back out on the road. How do I do this? I take the train. I find whatever open cart I can get a hold of, and I'm in there.
Cool.
Yeah.
For me, since I did the homework assignment,
Teacher's
I guess
pet.
The least offensive, whatever order we're gonna say, right? It's Don't Go Into the Barn. Don't Go Into That Barn. It's a cool song.
Really?
It's a cool song, but I feel like it's a lot of like yelling at the children. You know what I mean? That happens a lot on this album, and it's cool. But I feel like when I heard it at this point, and let me give you some context. So we were talking about some stuff last night, kind of late, and then I just couldn't sleep. So like I've been up, period. Like I maybe slept like an hour.
Wow.
In the last fucking 24 hours. I don't know, something like that, right? So maybe I have a different perspective, but I guess at the point, I listened to this record not all night, but a lot of the night, and I kind of went back and got some more perspective. So I think I was just maybe annoyed. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
All right.
I get it, yeah. For me, it's going to be Clang Boom Steam. I like the song. I tried to like it. It got really experimental, like halfway towards the end, like it was breaking apart. And that's saying this whole album's experimental, seems like. But it just kind of going back into what you guys said, it kind of repeats the same thing. So you could have plucked it out and it wouldn't have changed the album. I don't think so. So. Because this album has like 16 tracks, right? So
it is a
And
surprisingly
then he
long
released
album.
like a fucking deluxe 3-record thing later or whatever.
Wow. Oh my
That's what I read about it. I don't know, some shit like that.
Wow.
But then again, you know, this is not an album where you put it on, you're like, oh, I like this one, I like that one. It's kind of like an album you put on where
experience it.
You experience it.
Yeah.
You put it
And
on.
then you play it for your friends. Like, hey, you should listen to this. It's crazy.
And you stare at them the whole time while they're watching it, you know? You stare at them and smile.
And you
So
only
loud.
blink every fourth song.
He's gone. The beginning of every song.
You like it,
know?
right? You like it?
You like it?
You like?
It's
Oh,
great.
what about that part? Did you like that part?
No, it's one of those things where it's just like, you don't say, do you like it? You go, you look at them, and then your friend goes, why would you play that for me? It's just like, because I had to listen to it. And now you have to.
Yeah.
That's how Manuel was when I gave him his first Bush album, the Razor Blade Suitcase.
Razor Blade
Remember?
Suitcase.
I was like, here, you listen to this, Manuel.
You never gave me a Bush album.
I didn't.
No.
I put it on.
That was me, Zeke. No.
I was like, who was that then?
That was the rabbit you gave it to.
That was Mike over here.
All right. So at number 2 in my bottom list is Metropolitan Glide. And I said one of the few songs that it doesn't seem to move at all. Just kind of a string of harsh noises. Same sort of criticism about Clang Boom Steam and kind of about Top of the Hill. But with Top of the Hill, it's kind of the only time this trick should be pulled on the album. So I think I was picking... Yeah, there's a running theme here. It's like, okay, if these songs seem to be hitting the same beats, it's like maybe they don't need to be on the album, right? Maybe the album doesn't need to be 16 tracks. It could be 13 concise tracks. But I also don't think that's the point of the album, right? Maybe the point of the album is not to be concise.
Yeah, I guess approaching the album is a completely different manner. I can't do this anymore. Oh, that is weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, E-Man just took off his red glasses.
Oh. And now everything feels so much different.
You're breaking the rules, bro.
Yeah, because everything looks more vibrant now. I can tell the difference of
Stack
things.
those over here. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'll give it
Like I'm not kidding you. I saw white on the little record buttons on the cameras because I couldn't designate what was actually red or not. Oh my god, so much better. Okay, I am going to agree with you on Metropolitan Glide because what it was it wasn't anything that was really catching my eye. And let me give you the exact reason. I was listening to the rest of this album on the way over here. And when we got off of the freeway, I was looking around and the music was still playing. So it really actually didn't grab my attention as much.
Yeah.
So, and then I didn't realize it because every time the song played, I actually put it in the notes like, this is the song. And I realized I had skipped that entirely. So yeah, you're right. I think if you were to pluck that one out, but again, it was probably what Tom probably set that up in a way to put more emphasis on other songs on the album. And so it's like, okay, this one needs to be here so
Contrast.
that this one can be more noticeable.
Right. Good point.
Yeah.
Same. Like Metropolitan Glide. For me, I didn't dislike this song at all. I'll tell you, it was very cartoonish to me. Like, you talk about the Betty Boop. For me, this was very like it brought back a lot of like the weird, odd, alternative cartoons and shit that I used to like to watch
Back
when
in the
I was
early
a kid.
90s, like the Max.
Liquid Television, the Max, fucking Ren and Stimpy, the Brothers Grunt. It was just odd, and like you just see some fucking. It doesn't even in context. You don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I mean, it's just
The
so
Head,
odd.
right?
The Head. Remember Dog Boy? All that weird shit. You know. Whew. I mean, I love that shit, right? But I mean, it is where it is. But that's what it reminds me of.
Damn, I'm gonna have to go with the same thing. I picked that song also because it didn't really add so much to it. I didn't hate the song, but it just didn't.
There was
really,
no hate in any of these.
I didn't
discussions.
dislike it.
I know it comes off as the sense of like we're just
Yeah.
dogging on these, but there's really
because I
no
love
hate.
the whole album, man.
It's like Mike said. It's just like we're doing the hard work of scaling these, of ranking these, and that's very difficult when there's no necessarily bad tracks.
Yeah, and honestly, I think this is an album that needs to go back, and I need to re-listen to it and go through it. There is a story being told here, and I'm just getting little pieces of it.
It's like Mars Volta-ish a little bit, right? The D-Louse and the Comatorium.
Oh man, that, you know what? I got into. We should talk. We should do that album. I got into that album way late because I didn't get it. I didn't get it for
I
like.
remember playing it for you, and you're like, "Oh yeah, this is cool."
Bro, I didn't
Like,
get
all
it.
quiet. You're like, "Oh yeah."
I didn't get it for a decade, man.
Yeah.
I didn't get it for a decade, and then I played it a couple years ago. I'm like, I see it now. I see it. Yeah.
He took the fucking red glasses.
Well, yeah.
I took the red glasses off, and I hear it, and I'm like, all right now. But yeah, it probably, I probably need to re-listen to it, but it didn't really do much for me.
Kind of going to what I was saying earlier in my own personal experience, it's like those red glasses kind of put me in a weird spot, and then taking them off, I can.
This is all a metaphor.
This is all a metaphor for the album in itself, though. It's just like that was a restriction, and then the rest of it is really good because it's like I'm seeing things differently now. Or in this case, in the album, I'm hearing things differently now.
Right.
It's now there's more context. Again, that song off the radar, but in about 3-4 minutes, we're going to talk about the best songs on here, and we'll probably be able to appreciate them even more
because of.
And you'll put the red glasses back on.
Never again, sir.
Yeah, man, it ain't that bad, man.
I am sorry, Scott Summers. I apologize again. I don't think I'll ever say you're right, but I'm sorry.
He forgives you. It's cool, man. I can tell he forgives you. All right,
Couldn't even last an entire episode. He has to do that for the whole life.
Topping in at number one for me of, I think, the most egregious is Circus. And I think, you know, it's kind of like, I don't need...
You just don't like talking.
I
you
thought
know
it was
what,
poetry,
dude?
man.
It's sort of like... I buy an album, I look at the track list, I think, oh, awesome, there's like 13 like songs on here, right? And it always disappoints me when it's like skits or like sketches or like, you know what I mean? It's just like, man, just like, in this case, okay, 16 tracks. I'm expecting 16 songs. I'm expecting
full-on songs.
A group of musicians to give me 16 handcrafted songs.
You don't want to hear these motherfuckers are red hot, right?
Even that though, right? Because here's the thing.
That's kind of a skit though, you know?
But here's the thing, like with Circus, it's literally just this dude talking to me about a circus. Like I can do that. You know, like if I wanted to, I could just record myself saying, "Oh yeah, there's a clown and fucking, you know, a frog person on a bicycle and stuff." Like I can do that for free, for free, right?
Yeah.
Just give me the microphone. I'll do it right now.
But it's like, especially when something like this came out, and I'm sorry, Tom Waits. Hey man, if you're listening to this, you're an American classic and you're a treasure, and everybody loves you. Mystery Men,
Outsiders, yeah.
But I just mean like, okay, if you're a paying customer going out in the year 2004 and buying this album, and then you break down that whatever $20 of like, you know, okay, so whatever the ratio is, like $1 and some cents per song, and you're spending $1 and some cents on Tom Waits talking about a circus. It just doesn't do it for me.
But I think the reason for that is because we're looking at it in the lens of a musician, whereas I don't think that's what Tom was trying to do. Ultimately, the first and foremost thing that he wanted to do with this was to tell a story. Mm-hmm. So it's story first, then musical
and the
output,
content,
and the content.
Right.
So I think with that particular song, you're right. It is a lot of talking, and in a way, you can almost get lost into it because you realize at first you're thinking, oh, the guy is announcing the circus of what we're going to see. We're going to see the crazy, you know, this and that, and then you start realizing it's just like, no, the guy is prattling on because he's at the end of his rope. I imagine him, it's not Joe that's talking. It's Joe is overhearing the guy at the bar reminiscing of what he used to have. and introducing the crazy this, and I had a drink with a woman, and like the guy is just so burnt out at this point that he starts becoming incoherent, and Joe sees it. We're now in the position of we're absorbing this information from Joe's perspective.
Fucking Nightmare Alley. It's his fucking mentor, basically, right?
Just blew my mind, man.
Yeah, so I think that's what he was trying to go for in this one. You're right. When you buy an album and you want to just listen to music, you don't really want too much spoken word unless it's in some way or form being able to get you excited about it. Here's that Offspring reference, since you brought it up earlier.
Who brought it up? Me?
You brought it up, sir. You did.
I did, but whatever.
It was Ruben. See?
Was it?
Yeah.
See, that's what happens when you give me those red shades. It just completely obliterates my visual.
Ruben gave you the red shades.
No, you did. Knock it off. We got cameras.
Oh shit, we did.
He's got receipts.
The first track of the Offspring's Ixnay on the Hombre is the introduction, where it gets you ready for what you're going to get. Where he talks about this album is filled with explicit material, so if you're getting offended, don't listen to it. It builds up to that. Whereas this, it's just like, my life sucks. I had everything, and it all got taken away from the circus.
Damn it, we want I Sharona.
Yeah.
My Sharona.
We want Chili Willy.
Chili Willy,
We
yeah.
want Chili. So, in that context, yes, I can understand it. But from the musical aspect of it, I also understand, like, yeah, that's kind of a buzzkill. Damn it. You took my $1.25, you son of a bitch.
And with that, I mean, I know I'm being a bit hyperbolic about it, right? Like, I don't... in the scheme of things, it doesn't make me hate the album or Tom Waits.
And again, it's just like, but the feelings that you got from it is what put it at the lower echelon of the list.
Yeah.
Right.
I very much liked it. I thought it was kind of like spoken word poetry, so I thought it was a much needed break in the album. But I like talking in albums. It kind of makes you feel, for me, closer to the artist. But I do see where you're coming from. So I completely understand. But with this album, I was like, I don't even know what to expect, man.
Yeah,
so
it is a trip.
He threw that out there. I'm like, all right, what else are you throwing out there?
Yeah.
So for me,
you, Ruben?
I guess the top of that list is Clang, Boom, Steam.
No love for that song.
Damn.
Or at least amount of love for that song.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think I need to say anything else, right?
Yeah.
It's already been said.
Say no more, man.
Yeah, okay.
Clang, boom, steam.
Yeah.
Going back, I said that I didn't have a bad pick for this album. I actually do. And I was reminded by a track, it's the last song. And I'm going to go out and say that I did hate that song.
What's the name of it?
It's called Chicka Boom.
Oh.
Now, I didn't like that song because he could have ended it in so many different ways.
Clang, Boom, Steam.
It was just, yeah. It was just very.
That song is getting elbow dropped right now. Like everyone's just like kicking it when it's down.
It says a lot, for me to say some of these songs on this album is not that great, but it's just because they are. I think everything goes together cohesively, but this one stood out the most because it was jarring. And saying that from the whole album, because the whole album is kind of jarring, right? It kind of shakes you up. You're like, whoa, I'm going down this gravelly road. But I really didn't like that song. I enjoyed the whole album, but to end it that way, the way
it ended.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Tom,
No
Tom, I'm
sorries.
sorry,
No
man.
sorries.
I'm sorry. Listener, I'm sorry, man.
Well, with that, Zeke, I got good news.
You do?
Because we're going to build this up now, man.
Are we?
We've stripped it back. Now we're going to build it up.
All right.
All right.
Ready to build it up.
We're going to give Tom some compliments here. So I'm going to start with my third favorite song on the album. And that is Make It Rain. Oddly, the most accessible song on the album.
Oh, damn. Man.
Like that. Yeah.
I feel like it's the most accessible song on the album. Cool guitar solo. I like how the song moves. I like the bluesy feel it has. If I was to show a song off this album to explain Tom Waits to somebody in that period of Tom Waits, it would probably be Make It Rain.
That is a good track.
That's cool.
I feel like that was a very stripped down song. But because of that, it was also a reminder that you don't have to do anything overly complicated to write good music. It could be simple and still have a powerful effect. So that is a pretty rad song. For my number 3, because I did do some of the homework, just a little bit, just enough to get that C passing grade, you know. It is Top of the Hill. Because for me, it really does set up the tone of the storytelling. Like, this is the guy that is going to experience everything, and you're going to be along for the ride.
Mm-hmm. It's a great introduction.
Yeah. A little strange the first time you listen to it, if this is the very first time you've ever heard. Like I mentioned, my experience with Tom Waits is very limited, so this is my first deep dive into a Tom Waits. It is a strange sound, a strange element to it, but give it a chance to marinate, and it's just like, oh, I see what he's going with that.
But see, you say it's strange, right? And it is. But if you take the elements and you separate them, you see the blues influence, you see the Americana, you see the Southern gospel, even like church music, man, right? But he blended that all together to make it his own.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool that he was able to do it.
Because he was able to experience that.
Yeah. He had that Kerouac mentality. He traveled.
Yeah.
He went
for
around
us,
and
it's
stuff,
strange because we have no idea of his life, of his experience.
Yeah, I wouldn't even survive, man. I would just go to McDonald's and call.
Right.
He had Kerouac. We had TGIF. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just different.
He also had an affair with Bette Midler back in the 80s.
Yeah, he did.
Really?
Yeah.
And I respect anybody that.
Yeah,
you know.
I heard not
You told me the story. We don't need to get into that.
I swear the picture that they got on him for
I wanna hear
Spotify makes him look like Rorschach from Watchmen.
Yeah, he does. Hey, he was in Dead Man too, right? Was he in Dead Man too?
He was.
He was.
He was. He's in a lot of Jim. Oh man, I'm gonna get his last name.
Jar something.
Jarmusch?
Yeah, Jarmusch. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, the director of Dead Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, I'm lost. Where are we?
I think it's your first.
Okay, for me, it's Dead and Lovely. I love the mood on that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was real cinematic and very reminiscent of a lot of the greats. You know, it just embodied that. You know.
That's very cool. That's very cool.
Also, no one spoil it, but I get the feeling all of our number 1 is going to be the same. But we'll see if that pans out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because going down the list, I kind of see it. For me, it's gonna be "Don't Go Into That Barn," man. I like how it has this Southern Gothic feel to it. I love the guitar work in it, and it's just I know I could see how it could get a little repetitive, but it's just it's kind of like a.
But that's the idea. Like, if you think about it, it's repetitive because he's trying to tell you over and over again, do not go into that fucking barn.
It's a little spooky.
And it's
Yeah,
spooky.
because
He's
he's-
yelling at the kids.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
the story about that song?
No, man, tell us.
I don't know where he picked this up, but basically, someone had slaves in the barn, and they were telling their kids basically, yeah, you can play around the barn, but never go in because that person had slaves in the barn.
Okay.
Oh damn.
I went in a completely
Yeah,
different
that's
direction.
some heavy shit.
That's some heavy shit. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have to be my pick.
My number 2 is Day After Tomorrow. So I read up on a couple of these, and Day After Tomorrow, it's, for one of the few sentimental songs on the album. And he did something that he barely ever does, and that's get political with his music. Apparently Tom Waits doesn't really get political with his music. But it was an anti-Iraq war song, and yeah, I don't know. It's like putting that song in that context, right? It was touching. That was a touching song. So, and it was like one of the more. I don't using the term normal is maybe the wrong term, right? But maybe one of the more pop format songs on the album, which like, I know that's like a dirty word, but honestly, sometimes it's like, dude, I enjoy a nice.
It's a label for a reason.
I enjoy a nice pop format song every once in a while, and I appreciated it with The Day After Tomorrow.
And you're right. It is a more normal song on that album. It had the guitar work was it didn't have all those weird effects on it.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's why I also appreciated that song. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier to get into.
My number 2 was also Don't Go Into the Barn. When I listened to it, I thought about it for a second. I said, this is Tom Waits' version of Bad Moon Rising. Because Bad Moon Rising, he's telling him, don't go out. There's bound to be something out there that's going to get you, and it's a full moon. I feel like with that one, he's telling them Tom Waits has actually seen it. And he's saying, don't fucking go to the barn. I know what that is. Like, he tried to tell us, don't go out at night. I know why you're not supposed to go out at night. So don't go into the fucking barn at night. That was the way I saw it when I heard that song, like, because there was some crazy shit in there. I mean, it was a weird, that was how I saw it. Like, that's how Creedence Clearwater was trying to tell it. And that's how Fogerty was trying to tell it. But
Yeah.
Waits was just like, I know what that is.
That's cool you referenced that. I love CCR.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. For me, it was Sins of My Father. I think that had a real like Lead Belly kind of vibe to it. I don't know. It was musically powerful,
Yeah.
A little abrasive too, and that's what I fucking liked about it,
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's gonna be "Dead and Lovely." It's a tragic romance song. I think you brought that up. It's just it's a standout for me. It's something that I would go back after listening to it and just repeat it. I love it, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Good choices. So now we're on our number ones, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
My number 1 is Hoist That Rag. Hoist That Rag, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Here's what I love about it. It shows you right away that, hey, Tom Waits ain't no one to fuck with, all right? He'll stab you right in the face. You know what I'm saying with this song? Like, it's like, this song's hardcore. And I like how they used the Thing from Fantastic Four to do the backup vocals.
That's it. That is it.
Commish, the fucking commish.
The commish.
Now, when I was hearing the song in my head, I just kept picturing the Thing.
Yeah.
Right? A gravelly
definitely.
ass voice. But it's a song that just like there's no other way to describe it. It's just like it just with a rusty knife just stabs you right in the ear. It was a good song. That's a great song.
My number 1, and yes, your number 1 is an amazing song. I referenced that one earlier because you're right. It's a good sampler of what you're gonna get.
Assembly line,
Yeah.
like you said.
Yeah, assembly, yeah.
I see that, yeah.
My number 1 is gonna be Sins of My Father. Because in that you see Joe is exhausted in every facet of his life. It's not just physical, it's not just mental, emotional, or spiritual. It's everything. Like, the guy is running on fumes, but he's still moving forward. But it's taking its heavy toll on him. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Waits ever came out with one more album where we find out, yeah, that poor schmuck died.
Oh, damn.
Just because of what he goes through, what he sees, what he's trying to move forward in a mental capacity of being able to live, and it's just eventually something's gonna give and it's all gonna fall apart.
I imagine it being like that moment in The Departed where fucking Leo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's just like unexpected, just fucking random.
Just
Yep,
that's
gone.
it.
That's it. Done.
You
know?
pulled this one
Spoiler
string
alert.
and everything fell.
Man,
Like, that's
you
what
haven't
happened.
seen Departed by now, man. Come on.
Spoiler alert.
Come on, man.
You know, there's a line in that song that I cannot remember exactly what it says, but towards the end, he says, I'm going to try and wash it away.
Yes.
I'm going to try and wash it away.
Because he's talking about like, I'm taking my mother's sins, I'm taking my sister's
Yeah.
sins, and I'm taking them to the
Brothers,
pond.
yeah.
And that's what we, as an adult, you start to realize more and more that could be very true. You know, the way your parents live, it does.
Generational, right?
Yeah.
Generational hurt,
It
generational
is, yeah.
pain.
So, and in whatever trauma that I don't recover from or try to recover from, I'm going to eventually pass down, because it's the way I react around my family is because of the trauma that my father or mother sustained.
And it was something that they didn't intentionally do,
No,
because
they don't.
they're going through the same thing.
Right.
that
They don't
you're
understand
gonna-
it. They haven't identified it, you know?
Right.
I always think about that. You know, a lot of the people rag on a lot of the mean shit that happened, but it's like people didn't know how to cope with a lot of this stuff. You know, I think we're lucky. We're real lucky.
There were no
that-
coping mechanisms.
No.
Because there's
Yeah, it was
alcohol
fucking alcohol,
and
drugs,
drugs.
fucking all the vices, right?
Let's be honest, those aren't coping mechanisms. Those are getting to the next day.
Yeah.
And even then, it only made the conditions more severe because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This just got real deep real quick.
What's your number one?
My number one, man, I had a tie. So I had Green Grass and I had Day After Tomorrow. So Green Grass was very haunting for me, and Day After Tomorrow, well, it was more of a, like you mentioned, like a conventional song. I love the guitar work on this album, and I think he showed it more of like, you would think, oh, it's all experimental, but if you listen to the craftsmanship, this is like a genius musician that molded his own art and made it the way he wanted it to sound. You know, he doesn't have to be
Didn't
flashy.
compromise it. He didn't compromise it, no.
No way. He didn't have to be flashy and add a couple solos up in there to show what he could do. He was influenced by all these blues singers, and
Yeah.
it's just awesome that he made it his own. And I could appreciate that. And I couldn't pick a number one. So, you know, Green Grass for me was very, very, it was an elegant song. Yeah.
I feel like if Tom Waits was going to ask me to be some like do some like day session on one of his albums or something, it's like I'd go to some rained out barn, and then like there'd be a beat up shack behind the barn, and like he would be like in overalls and like barefoot overalls, nips blasting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he'd bring me into a room and just have me blow on bottles and then capture that and then put that into his album. That's the kind of,
That's your credit. That's your song credit.
yeah.
Then he'd throw a bucket on the floor. Now take care of that floor with this rag, right?
And he'd hand me a bottle of like unpasteurized milk that he just got from like some cow
It's
up
all
the
warm and
street.
shit. Yeah.
Foamy. It's all foamy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I'm glad that there's such a positive response for this album, because it's definitely one of the more different albums that we've reviewed. But with that said,
I got one more before you do the
Go for
hard
it.
part. So my number one for this one was How It's Gonna End. I don't know. I found myself going back to that song a lot. It was pretty dope.
which one's that? Oh yeah.
Number 6. Is that where he talks about his wife leaving him? Everybody leaving him?
Everybody living.
He was just wondering how his life was going. Yeah, man. Yeah,
It was something
that one
about
you could really
that.
feel that one. Yeah.
like you know, I'll be real. Like I've been in my lows, and you do get in that fucking state of mind. But there's like this like spite, right? Sometimes when you're in that negative space where you like want to push through just to spite. You know what I mean? All the people who've left.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a weird space to be, man. And I got that from that. I could totally relate to that, you know? I mean, it's not good to stay in that fucking space forever, but definitely.
But we've been,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, and that's the dangerous thing about it, because yes, on one hand, you're right. You don't want to just feed off of that, but it also gives you the opportunity to find something else, because you're using that spite to keep going, and you don't know what's going to be around the corner.
I
So
mean,
you never
we're-
know what
we're-
you're going to find.
We're talking Sith shit here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? It's that dangerous line.
Yeah, it's a very razor sharp
Yep.
line, and if you do it wrong, you're cutting yourself. There's
Right.
no way around that. So it's a good idea. I mean, I never judge anybody if that's the way that they're going to go through. But my only advice would be like, okay, just don't focus on that. If you can find something else that gives you the energy and the strength to move on, then lean more towards that, so long as it's healthy.
Let it be your tackling fuel, like Bobby Boucher
Yeah.
said, right? Yeah.
Let it get you started, but don't rely
Yeah.
fully on it.
Yep.
Did you reference Bobby Boucher?
Bobby Boucher. Tackling fuel.
Did you say your number one?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm all mixed up here.
It was my Sharona.
It was,
No, it was a Sins of My Father.
yeah, that's right.
Right.
Cool. Well, with that said, we're going into the
Uh-oh.
I can't wait to hear this.
we're going into the root canal portion of our podcast, and we do this because it's painful. Everybody, we don't do it because it's easy. We're hardworking podcasters, and we need to suffer through this, and that is the user review to bring this all down. No, we're gonna read. I'm gonna read a user review, and then we're gonna see if we agree with it. We haven't ever agreed with any user reviews in the past, so I don't think we're going to agree. But here it is. Amazon, 1 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
I have been a Tom Waits fan for over 25 years. I have bought every album he ever put out, and each had moments of genius which made the unlistenable slop worthwhile. This one, however, is pathetic. The musical backdrop to his screeching non-voice is even more annoying than the voices. It is poorly recorded, and the lyrics are like something from Eminem. I did not understand the motivation for the elaborate embossed quad-fold packaging until I heard what was inside. Nothing.
You talking yellow M&M or red M&M?
What Eminem's is he talking about?
Question, is his voice really that bad, or is this some sort of hipster thing? Never again will I throw my money at this guy. Odd and sad. He was once special. He was talking about the artist Eminem.
I do not see
I know, man.
anything at all, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's peanut butter M&M. That's what he meant.
Peanut butter crunch M&M's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Who was that? Tom Waits himself?
Self-loathing.
I just love the line about, is his voice really that bad, or is this a hipster thing?
Yeah.
That's. I think at this point in his career, man, he could do whatever he wants to do, right?
And that's exactly what he did. Yeah.
So,
What's interesting is, like, I understand the headspace that reviewer is in, because here's the thing: this album is a very interesting album, but it is not accessible, right? It's not.
No, it's not, no.
It's not for normies.
You're not going to want to listen to this like every day on the ride to work or something.
What I would say, I
Right.
can't bump this shit in my car. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could see where someone, who's not used to this kind of thing would probably not be into it.
You know what? You could bump this shit in your car, but you have to look at the people next to you and like fucking mouth it at them, like hoist that rag. You know what I mean?
Well, what you do is you get these songs and then you get Eminem songs and you put it into a playlist.
Mashup. Yes. a
Yeah.
mashup.
And then you're not going to be able to tell who's who.
Yeah.
It-
Right.
Eminem.
Well, thanks everybody. E-Man, Vitamin E, it has been awesome having you join us.
Thank
It
you.
has been a journey. You've been on a journey with the red glasses.
That's right.
It's not a fun journey.
Yeah.
0 stars.
You got an appreciation for Scott Summers, so I appreciate that. But thanks everybody. This has been the Let's Get Critical podcast. Please leave us comments in the comments section. We want to know if there are any albums that you'd like for us to review. We are always down to discover new music. It doesn't matter what genre. It doesn't matter how offensive it is.
No.
We are game. And in the meantime, we are Frantic Romantic. We're an LA band, and we are going to be active, making music, playing music, and listening to music. So we'll see you next time here on Let's Get Critical. You may find more information about the band Frantic Romantic by visiting franticromanticmusic.com, as well as our social media platforms. We're always posting information about concerts, new music, and more. So please, visit us, reach out to us. Let us know if there's any albums you'd love for us to review. Until next time, this has been Let's Get Critical. You can catch Frantic Romantic September 14th at the Art Boutique in San Jose, California. We look forward to seeing you there.